Hey everybody, another support video. This one is on how to divide fractions and mixed numbers. So the main thing you want to do when you're working with the fraction and mixed numbers is the first thing you want to do is you want to change all your mixed numbers into top-heavy fractions. So let's say we're working with, for example, number 20 here, okay? So you've got 4 and 4/5 divided by 25ths. You want to change 4 and 4/5 into a top-heavy fraction. So you do 4 times the 5 plus the 4, and that gives you a new numerator. Okay, so 4 times 5 is 20, plus 4 is 24. That means we have 24/5. Because basically you're saying that every 4, each of those values, every whole value is equal to 5/5 in this case. So 4 times 5 is basically 20/5, right? And that's the same as 4. 20 over 5 is the same as 4. And then that 20/5 plus the 4/5 you already had is your 24/5. And then once you have the 24/5, top-heavy fraction, then we can rewrite the division symbol and bring this down as 24 divided by 25. Now at this point, we have to realize that dividing fractions is kind of tricky, so it's easier to multiply fractions. So we're going to change the division into multiplication. And the algorithm for this is pretty simple. You just keep the one on the left the same, you change the division to multiplication, and you flip the one on the right to its reciprocal. So keep, flip, change. So basically in this case you're going to get 24/5 times the reciprocal of 24/25, which is 25/24. Once you have it as multiplication, at this point you can look to cross cancel. So you can look for common factors in the top and bottom that you can divide out. I see 24 and 24 are both multiples of 24, so I can divide both of those by 24 and get 1 and 1. 24 divided by 24 is 1, 24 divided by 24 is 1. I see that 5 and 25 are both multiples of 5, so I can cancel 25 and say 25 divided by 5 is a 5, and 5 I can cancel and say 5 divided by 5 is 1. As long as you're dividing the top and bottom by the same value, you're dividing by 1, and then it doesn't change the answer. Okay? Basically, you're simplifying before you multiply. And then once you're done with that process, you're just going to multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom. So 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 1 is 1. So the answer in this case is 5 over 1, which is the same as 5. So what is 4 and 4/5 divided by 24/25? It is worth 5. So that's the process you go through every time. Let's do one with 3 terms and see if that's a little trickier. So once again, we're going to change our mixed number to a top-heavy fraction. So 3 times the 3 plus the 1 to get our new numerator. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So this is the same as 10/3 divided by 10/21 divided by 1/2. Now, whenever we do the algorithm here, the one on the left stays the same as we flip it. So keep, flip, change. This 10/3 stays the same. We change the division to multiplication. And we flip the one on the right to its reciprocal. So 21 over 10 instead of 10 over 21. But this doesn't affect this yet. We're going to do this first, resolve the first thing, and then we're going to resolve the second thing. Now we're going to keep that 21/10 the same, okay? And we're going to divide it by 1/2, which is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal of 1/2. We're going to change the division to multiplication, and we're going to flip the 1/2 to 2 over 1, okay? Now we have an equivalent multiplication problem. We can look to cancel across multiplication, one from top, one from bottom, any common factors that you see. I'm looking at this situation here. Do I see any common factors? I see 10 and 10. So I cancel 10 divided by 10 is 1. 10 divided by 10 is 1. I see 21 and 3. 21 divided by 3 is 7. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. And there's no other common factors here. So then you're going to finish strong, multiplying across the top, multiplying across the bottom. So what's 1 times 7 times 2? That's 7 times 2, which is 14. And what is 1 times 1 times 1? That's 1. So this is a value of 14 over 1, which is the same as 14. So that is the process for dividing fractions. Just change your mixed numbers to top-heavy fractions, and then change your division to multiplication. And sometimes you can say keep, flip, change, or you can say dividing fractions is as easy as pi, just flip the second and multiply. Either way, you're going to get the same result. All right?